Hendrik, welcome to the last episode of season 1 of the GrowthArtic Podcast. My friend, cheers.
With water.
With water and the special pirate skills glasses.
Yes.
I got those beautiful glasses from my first employee.
With water.
2 years ago. No, they are nicely branded with pirate skills, and I got this nice bottle of cognac with a globe in
Why
it.
do we drink water?
We should be celebrating with a bar over there. If you could see the bar, we have cognac, we have beer, we have gin, we have good whiskey,
And water.
and of course we have water to make this children friendly. Oh, I cursed too much for that. I'm sorry. So Hendrik, this is the end of season 1. What
Yeah.
are we up to?
Yeah, I would say what happened? What happened
All
in the last 3 to 4 months? So if I should start,
Yeah,
so
sure,
for
kick
me,
it off.
one of the biggest things in terms of growth, personal growth, is my small family got number 4. So we got a.
I still can't believe
It's 4 months now.
Yeah,
it's 4
it's
months. So it was
4 months.
on 2nd of April.
Yeah, it's not child number 4.
It's not child number 4. It's so
Girl number 2.
It's child number 2, and it's a boy.
It's a boy.
So we could stop.
What's his name?
Its name is Phil.
Okay, cool.
So Phil, and there's some idols.
Phil Leonard.
Yeah, Phil Leonard. Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a double L in the middle. We had a lot of discussions. This is a good idea, as you might know.
Leonards.
Okay,
But
and
it's really smooth, like
Phil
one word,
Leonards.
like Phil Leonard.
So we have now Marlene Leonards and Phil Leonards. So
Awesome.
and because it's a boy and a girl,
Yeah.
so maybe we could stop, or we could start having sex just for fun now.
Oh my God.
That's my plan, and I have to talk to my wife maybe.
That
Next
is
year.
actually a good plan.
It's really good.
But now that you have enough children in the world, maybe you don't need any sex at all anymore. You
Okay,
did?
I don't talk about it. So in terms of personal growth, for
That's
sure, that's number 1. So,
biggest impact.
Yeah, biggest impact. And so in April, I stopped working in terms of traveling around and making workshops abroad and so on. So it was just working a bit from home to work on the business, to do what you have to do some sales and so on.
He still has his office. It's like 20 meters away in that direction, but only Hannes is there. Yeah.
Cheers to Hannes.
Hi, Hannes.
Thank you for living in my office.
You now have 2 people employed, right?
That's the next point. So we started to build up the team. I would say a bit more professional.
Yeah.
Say okay, we have clear responsibilities, clear roles, and now we have, I would say, 4 people. So we are 5, including me. So there's Hannes for everything around growth marketing.
Yeah.
Then I have Basti. He's doing the pre-sales and the sales stuff. So the whole sales funnel is Basti's duty. And then I have a new virtual assistant. So I changed my virtual assistant part for doing all the back office stuff.
Yeah.
So my biggest weakness, as you might know, is bookkeeping, finance, and controlling. So I found somebody who's getting on my nerves for asking for stuff.
Invoices.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I need. So I'm really happy with this. And
Since when is that?
Beginning of June. So,
Okay,
so,
so really
so 2 months, but the onboarding phase was really, really good.
Today is August 8th, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, so August already.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And who's then the next one?
And then number 4 is a guy who was in the Startplatz 2-3 years ago. It's Toby. He's now working in Amsterdam.
But not the comedian guy.
Not the comedian guy. Oh, sorry, Toby. I have no idea what the last name is.
You're paying people.
No. We are still in the first month. So and he's looking on the times of he's working on copy texting. So for all my email marketing, the email marketing funnels.
Yeah.
We're going about the website stuff and so on and so on.
And you
that's really
introduced HubSpot for everything, right? Still on with that and happy?
Still on with HubSpot as a CRM, what everything has to do with sales.
Yeah.
And we are still working with MailChimp for everything else, but it's exactly the point where we are thinking about integrating the MailChimp part into HubSpot as well, to have everything in one tool. So yeah, that is what is going around. So everything is...
But lots of demand. You have been speaking on many stages, having interesting projects with big-ass car brands.
Yeah, true. It's a really, really, really good project, good training workshops, a good progress in bringing forward the types of training. So to have a real impact in the company. And the companies had a lot of keynote spots in Spain, so in Valencia, in Madrid. I've been invited to a keynote for Airbus in Madrid and so on. So it was really, really,
have you found
fun.
Anything new that you learned that you can maybe share with the people, like a new focus or direction?
And maybe that's the last word, is it? So it's focus. So in terms of, so everybody's telling you have to have a clear positioning and so on and so on and so on. And what happened in the last months is to get a much clearer view what I have to do. So to focus on this term of growth hacking, because there are just a few people around Europe who are saying, okay, we are doing growth hacking. I was one of the first. So take this as positioning, and from this point on, go to the companies, build trainings that focus on execution. I don't care if you want to execute a marketing idea, or if you want to learn a marketing channel, or if you want to try out if there is a new target group or a new product or innovation. So I don't care. My methodology of my growth hacking process is what I have, what is my USP, and then to bring this into the companies to implement a kind of growth hacking process.
What would you say? Like, what is your thing that really helps people that we can maybe share with the people?
For me, it's not people. I would say it's teams. So I'm positioning on teams or companies, and with my methodology, with my process, I bring them into action. And not just once. So if you do something like a motivational keynote or something, and there are coming balloons from the roof or something, no, we don't doing this. So we are coming in, giving you everything what you need, tools, skills, methodologies, ideas to get it out, and then to bring the ideas on the street. And then 4 weeks later, we come back to make the reflection, what happened with the ideas, why didn't you execute them further, and so on and so on, so that you have 2-3 months project for the process implementation, and then we leave. And then we leave, because from this point on, they have to do this growth hacking process by themselves. And that's exactly what we sell. And so I'm really, really happy with this, because with this change in the training formats, we are giving so much more value in comparison to just make something like a cool workshop with inspiring ideas about growth hacking, blah, blah, blah. It's just we're giving this on day 1, on day 2, 3, 4, we're implementing with the team the real ideas. And that's the best way.
I think that's the main thing, and that you guys can also pick up from. I feel that's one of your major USP. You get people to to stop discussing the shit and just execute, even though you're not really sure if it's everything cleared with all the department heads, if the tool is just the right one, if the copy is perfect. No, get going. That's
get
the
results.
We learned everything by doing it. And then we reflected, we made mistakes, we learned. But we are always like prone to executing, seeing, does this work? The curiosity of execution. And that's something I learned from you as well, that I really liked, that I think is pretty unique about what you do. It's a type of motivation, but very process and execution driven.
Exactly, and that's something I figured out, that it's more the methodology. I should sell the methodology. Even more than saying, okay, we can give you skills in this and this, because in terms of growth marketing skills, pirate skills, there are some guys around what I say, they are so much deeper, and that's good. They are so much deeper and better, But what we have is this kind of process to be much more
review.
For the broader review in terms of strategy and so on, and building up teams and so on. And that's what we do.
So I'm curious, have you decided on, for example, which primary domain and brand name have you decided on?
I think we had 3 episodes of 40 about this. So in the end, it's my personal domain. So it's hendrikleonards.com.
Okay.
And that's my main domain. The other ones are still existing because I'm not good in
cutting
old things. Yeah. But that's my main domain, and my team is working for this kind of domain as well. Yeah. So this is the umbrella for everything. Maybe what will happen will happen in the future. So I'm really happy with this as well.
Cool. And you found that focus.
I found this focus, and this is now the point to say, okay, now we have to scale in terms of building up. Same story for you, building up this kind of online courses to make the digitalization of all your skills and content what you have. Yeah. So we made a big step as well, and I would say good stuff. But in the end, for sure we have to focus, and that's something what you can hear everywhere on Instagram, on LinkedIn. All coaches will tell you, okay, you have to focus. But as we all know, it's not that easy to focus on the right things.
To listen to the advice that you're giving yourself. Yeah. For me, it was also a journey of focusing. We did the whole rebranding process of the Pirate Skills, which was not only just like a visual rebranding, but we really deeply thought about what do we want to stand for, who do we want to serve, what is unique about Pirate Skills, and in which formats do we want to continue teaching like the tech or data-driven marketing methodology to founders that want to do it themselves. Not the people who want to like outsource this, but to people who want to insource it. And we really find a focus there. If you want to learn more about that, just go to pirateskills.com. There you can find the new design, see everything, find the new messaging. And in the last 2 or 3 months, I also hired 2 people now full-time. There were always like more than 2 people around to help and work, but I reduced the size of the team, got more time per person, got a nice intern from Texas at the moment, Fiona. She is helping a lot with the design side and everything English. Yeah.
Cool.
Like the posters you see there on the wall are, for example, hers. How do you like them? You can see them. People cannot see them.
Honest feedback for sure.
Yeah, sure. Go look at it.
I loved your treasure map.
Yeah.
So much, and I love the big red X in the Pirate Skills thing so much that I'm always looking at them and always think, okay, where is the big X? The big red X. So I understand it. It's so much clearer. I think it's reduced to the max and so on. Yeah. But so I'm more like I would say I'm not a good coach for design things, right? As you might know. But I love this kind of this playful treasure map thing. That was something I really love. So I miss it a bit.
I now get a lot of feedback on it, and I already 2 times I now heard that. Before you had the redesign, I was a bit hesitant to work with you because it looked like a children's invitation card.
I would be the one who would hire you exactly because of the reason. So
but now that they have like 2 options to prefer, it's really interesting to see the reactions. And a lot of people miss the X. I personally do too. The X is still the focus icon of the growth roadmap. That is the biggest scope I have, my workshop, the goal setting, deciding what is the destination or where is the area where you want to find your treasure, and then deciding on the milestones to get there. So, and we...
Did you close these 2 customers who gave you this feedback?
Yes.
Okay, then it's good. So it's... So it's...
Also,
was a good decision
big tickets. Big tickets.
Very nice.
On the other hand, I took the time, and I can really recommend that, to completely outline the program that you're offering. If you have a service, but it's not completely clear what you're doing and what are the learning points that people can get from that, it's really hard to communicate what you do. And now that I've actually put that into writing and put that into a concrete offer, I'm like, how could I not have this for the 3 years of Pirate Skills?
Did you use something like a framework, this build a story?
I did that as well. That was also part of the rebranding process.
Okay, cool.
But I was following a lot along the Sam Ovens up-level course. And just told myself, because I if you haven't already figured that out, I'm good at procrastinating on the whole video course thing. And he's actually getting me to do it. Yeah, it's fascinating. So shout out to Sam Ovens. Thank you for that.
So it was not me, was always...
No. It's the combination. Like 3 people at least bug me. You just need to shut up and do what Sam Ovens tells you. And then there was you all the time nagging me. And now I'm really happy to do that. But the main thing he changed in my mind was that there is no difference in the value between us like sitting here moving our loops in front of our clients in contrast to like this format, like a podcast. It's even more convenient. We are talking much more structured than when we sit down with a client and they get this one-on-one thing. Yeah, I think it's even an advantage. And what lots of people do, they devalue the online stuff, like price it at $99 or so, while they're charging $2,000 per day as a consultant. Yeah, and I think he really changed my mind. That increased the value in my mind of the online stuff, and that made it much easier for me to pull the trigger on that.
But for me, it's the combination. So I would say, so what my clients tell me, or which kind of feedback they are giving me after we're doing the trainings, they say, okay, you have so much energy and you bring our team to movement. So I would say, I would guess it's not possible to do it just remote with an online course or something. And that's the reason what, in my case, when we focus on execution, it's not just only giving you the skills, what you need, and there's so much to do. So that's the reason why, in my case, or in our case, it's more the combination to say, okay, we come to your office and we give you the kickoff because you need it. And from this point on, you can have everything in terms of the skills and everything what you need. And that's even more convenient for both sides. To say, okay, you can have it, you can repeat it, you can have a look at it when you want, where you want, and so on. So for me, it's more the combination of both. In my case,
No, I get it. I see it as a pyramid. And I want the personal interaction to feel really special. For the client. That should be at the top of the pyramid. That when people get to talk to you in person, that you can bring this energy on top of what you already delivered in terms of the baseline knowledge, that they are familiar with the process, that they have the right background, the basic knowledge to work on this level here. And this can be delivered in a workshop format, process, or in an online training. And then what we both now want to do increasingly is to build a real platform of solid content. Like this podcast, but in our focus formats, for each other. I'm going to start a Pirate Skills YouTube channel and a podcast, and I think that's your plan too. Right?
Same plan here. So we have we're building up a German-speaking podcast where we are focusing to a bit, I would say, different target group. It's not that much this kind of entrepreneurs and so on. It's more like for the corporates. So the people who are working in corporates, like the CMOs, the CDOs, the CIOs, or whatever it is. So how to bring my team into movement. So it's even more like this with the methodology of growth hacking. So that would be the target group. And we will start it in a few days. So same here. And I'm
so looking forward to doing that. I'm definitely going to invite you to my podcast.
Vice versa.
And then I can pick your brain on that part, because I definitely want to focus. You're focusing on the CMO and CEO target group, while I'm definitely going for the founder target group, but the founder that is at the point where they really want to step on the pedal. I have some stuff that I'm testing at the moment for idea validation under the label Pirate Skills Labs. But my main focus is going to be people who want to go like from, I'm making 10K a year, barely surviving, to my first million. Not particularly with that douchebag online marketing slogan, but the performance level that implies.
So focusing on paid acquisition?
Not necessarily, but definitely a heavy focus on analytics, funnel building, and then paid acquisition is a natural derivative of that, but it needs to build on top of an excellent content marketing strategy. So measurable content-driven performance, that would be cool for me. That's going to be the focus of that, really, with the target group, founders or marketing responsible people within startups. And probably even crazier and nerdier than before. I've made a decision that the beginner content is good. I'm going to definitely deliver stuff for people who want to get to know that topic. But I think there is so much out there. And in that start segment, that I think I can very easily focus on the more intermediate and advanced stuff. Because not many people are talking about it, because they're afraid of confusing people. I'm not afraid of confusing people.
So what I feel, there's a bit of the same story behind for both of us. It's more like focusing for your own brand on the one hand, and on the other hand to say, okay, we got a clearer picture of our target group.
Yes, we did.
So that's what I'm just reflecting. So a clearer picture. When you say, okay, yes, you're focusing on the entrepreneurs, but not these kind of entrepreneurs are
hanging
around on Instagram all the day to get all the tips and don't bring them into execution. So even more like a scale up thing.
I want to bring people to the point of being able to scale up. Making that curve happen. But they need to have a product out in the market, getting initial validation, something that you, for example, are good at, and helping them position that. I do not want to focus on that. I suck at this. I need you to bring a good idea and be bad at marketing, and I can blow your shit out of the water.
And for me, it's the same. What I don't want, so don't want to have to this kind of entrepreneurs and everybody who's hanging around, or what some people talk to me and say, okay, you could be a good motivational coach to bring all the people in the world into action who want to decrease weight or increase weight or want to get off their job and to start being an entrepreneur. Where I say, okay, yes, maybe I could do this, but honestly, I don't want to do this for today. I have no idea what happens in 5 years. But today is not the thing what I want to do. So I want to focus on teams, on companies, starting maybe at the scale-up stage, or to say, okay, I want to bring you into action. What is your problem today? You want to have a new target group, you want to go to another country, you have a new product, you have no ideas. We never find this problem that the people don't have ideas, maybe to focus on the right ideas and then to bring them into action. And that's
cool. That fits for you. I think I really like that position.
I start burning immediately. So we have so many examples in the last few weeks of really big corporates. So really good names. Where you start, and maybe in the beginning you are a bit shy because you think, oh, maybe for them it's a different thing. And after 2 days, they are burning, and you leave burning as well.
That feels good.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay. So guys, again, you can pick up my podcast if you go on pirateskills.com. That will have it featured with the YouTube channel. What is it for
me? HendrikLennartz.com is my web address, my domain, and then at /podcast you will find the new place for our starting new podcast journey. So GrowthArtic 2.0 for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a cool name.
So I hope you have enjoyed this season, and maybe we see you in season 2 again, man.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Thank you very much. That was a great time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.